So we're feeding wolves today. It's time to start getting heavy on snaring wolves. I haven't really done much this year for wolves. Been really focusing on marten, which has been good, but we're getting into February here, and marten's coming to a close, but we just are at the start of a cold snap, -25 today, and which is perfect for getting some bait out for the wolves. We got a dump of snow as well, so I can see there's been a few tracks coming through here, and we're just gonna go check some more snares that we've got, but mostly going to be loading up a little sled here and just hauling some of this stuff up into the trees. But you can see there's some pretty good trails there. The wolves and coyotes coming in. Okay, so I had a snare right there. Clearly something got in there. I don't see anything obvious. It's still attached, so I have a feeling it chewed out. Yep. Chewed out. And that was probably just in the last 24 hours. There's our wolf tracks, which is the way it probably came in. There's another snare there. So that probably just got out maybe last night. But I had a wolf. Might hang another snare right here. It's a good spot. Yeah, it was a nice big wolf that walked through there, so I'm just gonna put a snare there. I'll adjust that a little bit better. See if something comes back through eventually. The wolves have been all through here. There's tracks everywhere. Crazy. A little eerie. This is fresh. Big wolf. Have the snare right there. You can see it's down. I don't think there's anything in it. I think it's just knocked over. They went around it anyways. I haven't had wolves in here. I don't even know if we've had wolves in here yet this year. Lots of coyotes. I mean, maybe the odd wolf, and then that's what I'm talking about, where all of a sudden they just appear. Got a nice game trail going down here. Pacer's on a wolf track. They're just crisscrossing everywhere. And so that's older. This is fresh. It's a big wolf. And I have a snare down this trail, but problem is the timing. We just got a bunch of snow like a day or two ago, and it's going to, I haven't been in to adjust my snares. Okay, so that snare got knocked down by a wolf. Dang it. Look at that. They broke. This broke. The snare was hanging off of that. And there's my wolf track right through. Darn. Okay. Well, we're just gonna. It's a nice, easy setup. I'll adjust that, but it will be there. Okay, there's my snare. It's kind of a small loop, but it's the right height for a wolf. Coyote will definitely go underneath that, which again I'm fine with. Well, it's nice when you pick the spots, even if the wolf, like in that, well, both those scenarios, obviously you want to shoot out, which is really unfortunate. I don't like that, but it's nice, yeah, to know you're picking spots where the wolves are going through. Man, snow changes everything. Snares like that do really well. They haven't gone through there yet, but because it's covered, I haven't had to adjust that yet this year. So the height, the snow doesn't really accumulate too much underneath the snare, and nothing is dropping on the branches to push it down. So that's been a good setup. Just haven't got anything to walk through there yet. I don't really have any bait really close to here, so we're just trying to get them to randomly walk through, traveling. I've got a marten box over here that is set off. Well, probably I'll just pull this one. The snare back there, but there's been no wolves at all in here. This looks like a squirrel, but I'll just pull this trap, I think. Oh, oh, awesome. I was not expecting that at all. I saw a little bit of dark in the side. Look at that, it got all the way through. Yeah, I was not expecting that. Wow, that's awesome. That made my day. I thought it was a squirrel. I could just see a little bit of dark. I actually thought it was a flying squirrel because it looked kind of small. You could just see it. That's fantastic. Awesome. Okay, so we have had wolves come through here. And you gotta be kidding me. Oh yeah. Okay. I thought that was another chew out. It's not at all. That is a mangy looking wolf, but it's a wolf down. That's a terrible looking wolf. That's okay. It's good to take that out of the pack anyways. It's sick and still eats, so one less diseased wolf. Yeah, super mangy, not healthy at all. That's too bad. You can see he was trying to chew out, but got tangled up enough. Yeah, would have been struggling with this cold temperature. There's not a lot of hair on there, a lot of fur. It's pretty thin. So, sounds weird, but probably did that wolf a favor. So we've obviously had a pack come through here, and which is good. It's been a long time since they have, but these wolves will have, I mean, they'll have a range of well over 100 kilometers, 60-80 miles. And you know, so you might not see them for months at a time. Like I said, this is the first time I've seen them come through here. This many anyways. This, you know, that's probably a small pack came through here based on the tracks. There's some roadkill that they're coming in after, and then I just dumped a bunch more stuff, so they won't come back here for a while, this pack anyways. Especially now that I've took 2 out of here, 2 out of that pack. So yeah, they won't come back now. They're too smart. But might get another pack roaming through here. So got a few more snares to check in this area, and then we're going to another area to get some more bait out. I think these are Wolverine tracks. Someone can leave a comment, because it looks like we got obviously some fresh snow on top, so be a few days old, but it looks like there's possibly 4 prints kind of side by side like a square, and then there's a big gap, and it jumps and jumps and jumps. It goes all the way out there. So very wide with a big gap in between, so I don't think it's a fisher. I think it's too big for a fisher. And I'm not sure what else it is, so I'm going to say a Wolverine. We definitely have them in the area. I don't generally get them right here, but I'm not really setting traps anywhere right here to go after them, so let me know what you think. Okay, just brought some bait in. Got a few snares around here. I got 1 marten box. I think we've got a weasel in here once. Up on that tree. And I see the chain hanging down. Oh, dang. Another marten. Wow. That is a real surprise. Now, I don't think we've got a marten in this trap before. And that's a nice one. Really dark. Well, pretty dark anyways. Whew. That is awesome. Yeah, that box. I know we've not got a marten in here, and we've had a weasel, but this is the year of the marten. I'm going to pull that one now too. All right, well, that's fantastic. Total surprise. We've got some activity over there. I think that's a wolf. I came around the strap. I have a snare right underneath here that obviously it went by. I don't have any bait in here. I haven't had bait in here for a long time, so interesting. It's jumped up on this tree and walked across. Have a look here. Yeah, they've been walking around back here, but yeah, that's a wolf. Okay, well, I do have a couple snares over here. I'm not really sure what would be bringing them back in here. I mean, there's maybe a little bit of bait in that marten box, but not much. And I just brought the bait in now, so oh yeah, there's a chunk of moose hide with some lure on it. They might have smelt that. I do have a snare in there and a snare right out here. And 2 snares over here. Oh, something that, some bait from something. Snare right in front of me. And then a snare way back in here, but doesn't look like anything's wandered over here at all. Well, that's okay. Man, 2 marten out of this area today. I've never got marten out of here in 4 years, 5 years. So that's a bonus. I've only got 3 boxes in the area. I just focus on wolves and coyotes in here, but so we'll pull that trap now. That will be done for the season. And I'll put that bait, I'll probably put it under that tree over there. It's a good spot. Doesn't really matter if it gets buried, but birds will land and get in there. That's okay. Awesome. Yeah, that's a really good looking marten. Really good. That was a good catch. But that's nice. Nice chocolate brown. Bit of a light patch, orangey on the chin, which it's better if it has less. Because they're gonna dye. They want to dye all the fur the same color. Make it uniform, so the darker it is, the better. More value to it. So that's a good one. That'll keep things busy for a while. It's like a rock. The one good thing about these cold temperatures now, that bait will last a lot longer. It's going to take birds and small critters, weasels and squirrels that come in here and chew on that. It's going to take them a long time to get through that. We're going to have this cold weather for at least a week, maybe a little bit longer, like really cold, minus 25 to minus 30. So that will stay like a rock for quite a while, which is good. Prolong some of the bait and more likely to get the wolves and coyotes in here. Okay, bud, ready to get back to the truck and warm up? Let's go. Yeah, so the wolves have been around here too. I'm on a different road now. And almost looks like they bedded down here. I dug around and peed, but yeah. It's interesting. Okay, well, looks like I'm helping someone get out, and I think I know who it is. Oh, they got two trucks back here. Okay, we got two trucks stuck in here. We're gonna try and get them out. So, we're gonna try and get him going backwards. Me going backwards. We've got this rope hooked up with a block. Oh, that worked. Pretty easily, actually. And now we got to get the rescue truck out. He got stuck trying to get out the gray truck. Well, that didn't really go well. We got them both out. I'm not gonna walk down there, they don't, but the big truck with the plow went around the corner and basically went right into the ditch again. So, and now it's worse. So I think they're calling a tow truck. That could be interesting, them just getting in here, but I've got to turn around somehow without getting stuck. I got to get back to town now, so I'm gonna back up for a little ways and see what happens. Okay, I just backed up for like 2 kilometers and finally found a place to turn around. Wasn't too bad. Didn't get stuck. It's kind of crazy underneath here. But a bunch of wolf tracks around here, and I guess I can quickly look. I walked into a box, marten box, and the wolves walked right up to it. There's a squirrel in there. Didn't have my GoPro with me, but I've got a one single snare on the other side of the road, just completely random, but I do get one here every year. I don't know why. I already walked in here once, but I just thought I'd come back. But there's the snare wide open, but you can see the wolf. It walked in, and then walked around. Probably saw or maybe smelt the snare, walked around and back out. But came from the road, got close, didn't walk up to it, but for whatever reason turned around and went back out the way it came in, which kind of odd. I mean, good chance it saw my snare. Snare wouldn't have any scent on it. It's been up for months, or would have very little scent. I haven't readjusted that one, but they walked across. I've got a box on the other side. They're on this road. I'm in a new area here, and I was going to drop a bunch of bait, but I only got a little ways down the road and then ran into the guys that got stuck. They're at the point now they got to call a tow truck because got both trucks out. Got the big truck out, but he went 200 meters down the road and got buried in the ditch again. And so I backed up for almost 2 kilometers and finally turned around here. So, still got lots of bait. So, a little disappointing. I was the only box I checked on this line. It's a short line. But it's already the end of the day. I gotta get back for another appointment I gotta get to. So unfortunately, drove down here, and I was going to try and get to the end and then check on the way back because I had all this weight in the back of the truck with the bait, so I thought it's best to keep that weight in there until I turn around so that I don't get stuck. But got about halfway down when I met those guys. Yeah, there's wolf tracks all over here. All of a sudden, they haven't been in this area at all this year for tracks, anyways, that I've seen, and now they're yeah, lots of tracks. Doesn't mean there's lots of wolves, but lots of tracks going up and down this road, in and out through the bush. All my snares are at the far end, so other than that one we just looked at. Anyways, it's kind of too bad. Hopefully they'll plow this road in the next, yeah, so here's, oh, I think I showed this earlier, but that's all wolf. So hopefully they plow this road in the next couple weeks and get back in here with some kids. If it doesn't snow and this road just keeps getting used a little bit, I might attempt to come back down here. The guy that got stuck was pulling a trailer with a sled in it on his way out, going around a corner up a hill, and just obviously just got sucked into the ditch. So anyways, time to head home.